So, good day, everyone. Welcome to Sharing with Gucci, or SWG, a platform where we share stories, insights, and valuable knowledge to inspire and empower. So, some of you might wonder, where is Cindy Gucci? Well, she's currently on maternity leave, so let us hope that all is well for her and her baby, and she'll be healthy. And so let me introduce myself first. My name is Natasha and your host for today. And thank you for tuning in to this program brought to you by Ruanita Indonesia. Today we'll be diving into a crucial and timely discussion, women migrant workers and their protections and rights. Migrant women play a vital role in global economies, yet they often face challenges such as exploitations, discriminations, and limited access to legal support. So, joining us today is an expert who has dedicated her career to advocating for migrant workers' rights. Miss Koreeyor Manuchae, a lawyer from Thailand with years of experience supporting migrant women. Welcome, Corey.
สวัสดีค่ะ Hi Natasha. Very
Hi,
glad to
Corey.
be with you here.
So, it's very glad to have you here today on this section. So, to start off, Corey, can you help us understand the global landscape of women migrant workers today?
I would like to focus on migrant worker in Thailand, specifically because I'm based in Bangkok, Thailand, and then we work a lot with the migrants worker from our neighbors country, from Laos, Myanmar, Cambodia. Right now in Thailand, we have migrant worker, regular migrant worker. That means they register, they have a passport and work permit for working in Thailand right now around 3.2 million. And that we have women around 1.4 million is a woman in migrants worker in Thailand. What they did in Thailand, lots of women, they work in many sectors, especially for domestic workers, services, even in agriculture or construction and seafood processing. And only one sector, as I don't see women, is fisheries. Fisheries in the only fisheries. They don't have a woman on the boat to fisheries. That and other sector, many women working on that. Currently, we do have lots of migrants worker, regular migrant worker, but we also have irregular migrants worker because we have a lots of border with our neighbors country like Myanmar and Laos, and then Cambodia is our neighbors. And then along the border, they also have natural cross border, not cross the border, but through the immigration process. We also have irregular migrants worker a lot along the border, especially Thai-Myanmar border. And then Myanmar workers cross the border to work in agriculture along the border. For women, we especially for women who working in the domestic workers, right now, Thailand, we already in the aging society. That means we have a lower newborn, but higher aging people. We need more workers who come to work for caretakers. But in Thailand right now, we don't have what do you say? Like we don't really have like curriculum or specific program to reskill or upskill migrant worker who be special skill to work on caretaker for elder or sick ill people at home or in private sectors. We don't have that thing yet. And we also have some legal barriers because we bring migrant workers come to Thailand to work only in unskilled labor. But now we need more people or migrant workers who work in specific, like caretakers, something like that. Yeah. And I would like to mention about access to justice as well. For if we can separate like two different cases, like a civil case and criminal case. In civil case, let's focus on labor case. In labor court, we also don't have any gender balance. If you went to the labor court, the court can be men and women. Can we have especially in labor court in Thailand, we have the main judge, and then we have the like a like a consultant of judge, but they also sit in the same floor with the judge, like a representative from employer and then representative for employee, a three judge to consider to judge your case, you right or wrong, or how much you will get, something like that. But three of them, they don't care about gender. It can be all men, it can be all women. We don't have the regulation about gender for court process. Even before the judge going through to have a judgment, but before that we also have the negotiation process also. We don't have any regulation about gender yet, and then we can see when we have to sit down at the same table to negotiate about how much you have to pay, what you have to do, 1, 2, 3, something like that. When the workers, actually migrant workers, they already feel they're too small, right? Because they're migrant workers, they could not speak the same language. They are very vulnerable. And then when the negotiation process or judge also, wearing a robe or suit, and then they feel like all men or something like that, they will feel like it's too small. They might be not even confident to talk what we want, what they want, or what they think about the due process, something like that. Yeah, I think that's the problem in the civil cases. But for criminal case in Thailand, we do have women police for investigation especially for sexual harassment or domestic cases, and other criminal cases. We have police women who deal with that kind of case, but it's not enough. When we see the number of women and number of men police is not enough with the police women, especially in human trafficking cases. Yeah, many victims is a woman, especially in sexual trafficking or forced labor sometimes, or many cases we got women survivor of human trafficking. Yeah, I think it's some lack of the implementation about law, or some barrier. We need not enough concern about gender or provide women to get more friendly access to justice.
Okay, that's very alarming to hear, and quite scary as well to hear, to be honest. But why is it, Corey? Do you think that why do you think this vulnerability persists, especially for women?
Yeah, for women, they have they have specific needs. It's not mean they are what do you call, like the special thing or something like that. They are not the special people. They are the same. The woman and men is the same, but we need special not special. We need specific services to fit with the problem, with the specific body or issue, something like that, right? That's why we need to provide more services to get every people can access to the same services, like a fundamental things, like I mentioned about for example, like sexual harassment cases, right? If you not provide the women police or women in the process to access to justice, not many women willing to get through to the process, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. And yeah, actually in Thailand we do have especially in labor law, we also have some article to protect specific women. For example, like they have very clear article to not discrimination about gender in workplace. We also have maternity leave for women, 60 days or 90 days for maternity leave. But even when you take maternity leave 90 days, but you have right to get paid only 45 days.
Half of it.
Yeah. But like I mentioned before, right now Thailand is aging society, right? And then the new baby is more lower and lower, but we still don't have any policy to support women.
Yeah.
To have more baby, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I think we have some agenda on our society to discuss about the migrant workers as well. It's not only for replace migrant worker for Thai workers, but we're also talking about our society. Our population is going lower. If we don't do anything, we might be shocked with the list of number each year.
Yeah.
What Thailand have to do if you're not really active to see the big problem, if you're not support women right now, what gonna happen within 5 years? You know.
Yeah. Oh, that's really an eye-opening, truthfully. Well, Corey, when we talk about migrants, usually they have like countries of origins and destination. So what role do countries of origin and destination play in ensuring their safety?
Okay. We talk a lot about pre-departure. What about pre-departure? For example, like before you make decision to go to abroad, you have to get enough information to get ready to leave your country to go to another country, right? For example, in Thailand, like Thai, Myanmar, we have a MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, to import migrant worker from Myanmar to Thailand. We also have a program that called pre-departure. Pre-departure, normally they just have like training. What the topic training on that program probably be like labor rights, and then you will know about the contract, what contract, who you're gonna work with, how much you get paid, holiday, weekend, working hours, something like that. They're gonna about safety, about culture. They have that kind of training before you come to Thailand. But the problem is about quality of training. How many hours the migrant worker have to train before cross the border to Thailand. Before that, we have like a center along the border. In Thai-Myanmar border, they have center. When the workers cross the border to Thailand, they just sit in like a 1 or 2 hours to listen about labor rights, culture, blah, blah, something like that. and then they train with video clip. Most of training is from video, not person to person, not two-way communication, because they have language barriers. Because
Yeah.
for a video clip, you can make video in Myanmar, in Burmese,
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Cambodia, right? You don't need to have person to
Yeah.
answer something like that. Yeah, it's easy, but we could not expect they have quality, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then back then, before COVID, they run that project like that. They take the people from Myanmar, take a bus or car, whatever, cross the border. The worker is like very, very tired. They're so exhausted, right? Very tired, cross the border like many hours. For example,
Yeah.
they take a car like 3 hours and then just sit couple more hours to listen, you know.
Yeah. No. Well,
You can't imagine
yeah.
how they got that. And then after training, they have to take a bus, come through to Bangkok or another provinces, not only stop and work in the border, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
It's about time as well. Yeah. Yeah, for me, the program for pre-departure or after they come to Thailand, the training is very important. But how we can see the quality or how to, to see the, KPI or something like that. We need something to check or to make sure they understand what the
yeah.
lesson or they really understand. At least they have to know about complaint mechanism if something happened to them, right?
Yeah.
Some like labor violation. And for women, they should have specific issue. For example, sexual harassment. It can happen in
Yeah.
the workplace, right? Yeah, something like that is very important. I still support the program for pre-departure, but we need more we need working more about the training curriculum. I don't know, we can't say curriculum or not, but we have to sit in and work in for many sectors. It's not only for employer, employee, but it can include the civil society or government to working on that to make sure the information and we give to the migrants worker to get ready, come to Thailand to work with the new culture and everything is make sure the information is correct and
Yeah.
you have, is time is also balanced, not force people just take, but you don't know how many they can take. Something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Exactly. But when we talk about legal protection, are there some legal protection which are currently in place for women migrant workers, especially in Southeast Asia?
I'm not sure about Southeast Asia, but in Thailand, I can say we don't have any specific for women migrants workers. That just in general, we have
Uh,
labor inspectors at
mm,
any workers can walk in to submit any complaint, or you can go to the police station. In the police station or in labor inspectors, also they're gonna provide translator for non-Thai people or anybody can speak Thai. They have to provide free interpreters. Yeah, and then it's about women victims or women survivor. Is we can access to women police as well. But like I said, women police is not enough. I mean, the service is so less than then. Yeah, the woman. Many cases is a woman, and then they could not provide something like that. And yeah, we don't have specific. We try to do more, or even in labor law, we also are working with the policymakers to amendment some labor law to protect more migrants, not only migrants workers, but for workers, especially for women. Like maternity leave, we're gonna promote for 180 days instead 90 days. But we don't, but now it's on the on the process, but we also promote about that. We also promote about rescue migrant workers, and then to break some legal barriers about unskilled or rescue migrant workers. And then we also working with at the university to make a Thai society realize we are aging society now. We need migrant workers. We need more people in our country, not for support for migrant workers, but for our benefit, for Thai benefit, for Thai society, for Thai economics, you know. Yeah. But sometimes when you mention about migrant worker and then Thai society, some like, you know, some group of people that don't understand, they feel like, why you protect migrant worker? It should be Thai first, something like that. Yeah.
Exactly.
And then we need to focus, even we support migrant workers, but not about for migrant workers, about us, about Thai people, about Thai economy, about Thai society.
That's
Yeah.
what people sometimes missing. Yeah, they think only for the migrants, but it's not that actually.
It is. You're right. Yeah. Something like that. Sometimes it's like a word as we collect to publish something is very important to make people understand what you really want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Corey, that's very inspiring. Well, it shows how legal advocacy can create ripple effects for broader policy changes. Well, let's move to the next segment where we talk about empowering migrant women workers. So, Corey, what can be done to empower women migrant workers to protect themselves?
Yeah, we support for women like associate. In Thailand right now, we are not allowed for non-Thai to form their own union yet, but we allow to associate, for example, like associate for safety in workplace or associate for welfare in your company, in your factory or something like that. We also do that. But for we don't see much migrant workers join the union. Even they could not form the union, but they can join union. But you may see for but migrant worker can join the union the same job. For example, like garment factory, they have to join with the union, with the garment union. But in some area, for example, a Thai-Myanmar border, in Mesot, Tak province, I'm not sure you heard about that or not, but they have lots of factory who make a garment sector. And garment sector is lots of women. But it's too far from Bangkok or another places who have the same factory, same garment. And then it's hard for them to join with another with another company, even they're the same sectors. Yeah, that kind of thing is very hard for them to they could not organize by themselves. They could not join another union because many things affect them. But we also support the women to associate. We work some our partners also working with the women who work in domestic workers. Domestic worker, it can be in private sector, like your house. You can hire domestic workers, migrants worker work in your house. But another way is also working in like a company. For example, you may come to Bangkok and then walking in Siam Paragon, it's very big shopping mall in Bangkok. And then the cleaner is all migrant workers, but they're working under the company. And then the company send them to cleaning at the shopping mall. Yeah, they have different something like that. Yeah, we try to bring people like a women, migrants worker who work in domestic worker sector to share, bring their experience to associate, not like a register under law, but associate like a group of women to talk, to share, to protect themselves, especially to give the information how like for labor rights, for human rights, for access to justice, and even voice by themselves what they're facing with the problem, and then link them with their networking for women, something like that. In Thailand, we do have UN Women, right? They also support lots of group or women associations as well.
Okay, at least it seems like it's going somewhere. It's
Going
kind of
somewhere, but slowly, but like
yeah,
what
surely.
yeah, the law
Yeah.
is not really allowed them to do that yet. Yeah.
Mm,
And
okay.
then may I just want to share about the current situation? We do have some problem about consent. I
Mhm.
think it's very sensitive, and then many women not really understand. Even myself, sometimes I don't. I'm not too clear with myself. The consents. Consent is, we have couple cases like a sexual case, harassment. Not for migrant worker, but we talk about consents. How you know when the woman consent to do something, you know.
Mhm.
Even you go, you're with, for example, you go with some guy, and then something happened, and then you say no during do something, and then you can walk out, something
Mhm.
like that. But some situation that man can maybe, oh, you come to my room, that means you already consent, something like
Yeah,
that. They misunderstood,
yeah,
like,
exactly.
yeah, and then it's lots of sexual harassment happens like that because they wrong understood about consent.
Yeah.
And sometimes women also don't know their rights, don't
Mm,
know how what consent means. You
yeah,
have to say it, yes, or you said nothing, or
mhm.
when you have to say to
Exactly.
protect yourself or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, I think that kind of information or knowledge, it should be add on whatever when you talk with the women or women association about about yourself.
Yeah, I think that's a very great point, Corey. I think women these days kind of like it's ambiguous place, right? Like
Yeah.
where or when, it at what time, sometimes
How?
like everything, yeah,
Yeah,
everything
yeah,
seems so
yeah.
ambiguous. We
Yeah,
just
and then
never.
when like a case happens, you have to report to the police or have to testimony on the court, right? That's very important thing. You have to say it out to protect yourself. If you
Yeah.
don't know how about consent is yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We don't know what we don't know, and it makes things more difficult, I think, for you.
Mm,
And I think we in Ruanita, we also get like many stories like this, and we also know like it's very difficult because women don't really know what should be
mm,
done, so to say. Yeah, and it's make it more
yeah.
complicated.
Yeah, and right now we're not only for men and women, right? We also
Yeah,
have like LGBTQ plus.
right,
Yeah,
right.
but every people have to know about consent. Not only know, but you have to respect the consent as well,
Yeah,
right? Mm.
yeah, and it's not easy, I think.
Mm.
Well, wow, what a heavy topic, but it's great to hear your perspective on it, Corey, your vision on how things should be. Like it's very enlightening, and I think our Ruanitas colleagues, we are also happy to listen to these videos. Another question, what role can everyday citizens play in supporting this cause, do you think, Corey?
The course
This cause, what can the everyday citizen play to support these
to
problems or
support.
this?
Okay. Yeah, I think that okay, the big thing as we could not done within one day or even 1 year is about legal barriers, but we need to work more and more with the society, with key makers, with advocate about the women rights. Even law, we need to amendment, right? At least Thailand, we have the constitution that said every single law who already used like a 5 years, you have to review the law every 5 years. I think that's a good point. It's a good opportunity to review what the lack of law, what the barriers, especially for women, right? To amendment, to reform the law in the big structures. And the second is about empower, how we can empower women, right? That's very challenge. It's not like we can say, okay, we have to empower women. It's not mean they already have power.
Yeah.
Right, the process to get through that is very important. For like migrant working group, we are the networking. I think networking is very important to support each other. Women network, women talk, women society, but we don't need to up a woman to be the special person. No, we don't need to be a special. We need to be equal, right? Just equal with you. But yeah, the process is we need to working stronger our network, and then have to bring the government or another stakeholders to working on about that, especially the government. I think in Thailand we have the department on the Ministry of Human Security and Development. They are focused on many sectors like children, women, disabled people, something like that. But women is one of the topic that they focus on. We need to bring more the government to work with the ground, with the real person, not only in the paper, because we could not say like, okay, you are civil society, you have to take this 1, 2, 3. No, civil society is maybe just temporary, right? We will not be here forever. Yeah. But woman is always forever here. Yeah, I think it's networking is very important for the ground, working with the ground, and then link with the main platform like a government, something like that is very important. And then we need the safe space for women to talk or to share what they want or what they think about that. That mean also I would like to mention about slap case. We also have many cases happen with women or human rights defenders. With a woman who criticized about things, something like that, and then they got defamation, like a criminal charge with the defamation or another law, or another criminal charge is very important as well. We need to make the safe place or safe area, safe table for women to talk as well, not only for I mean the women have right to talk for developing tools or make something change without concern about they're gonna get charged with any law or something like that. Even they talk about their experience or another experience, or it should be safe for women to talk, not scary with the law or to come to attack, something like that. Yeah, but that we need the society also hands to hand to support the safe place for women.
Yeah. Corey, I thank you so much for sharing your expertise and for the impactful work you're doing. I think the last words you were saying about overall the society is working together toward creating a safe space for women. It's very real. Like if it's realized, I think like we don't have anything to worry about basically. But
Mm.
maybe it's not as simple as that, but we can hope for the best, I think, Corey. So
Yeah, and then we need to work with men as well.
Hmm?
We have to work with men as well to understand the woman.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could not empower women with women. We need empower men to understand the women as well. For example, like we have lots of men who always judge a woman what you have to wear in the public, something like that, right? But we don't have like to get the man know how to respect women. Something like that. Yeah, I think when we talk about society, we not only mention about women have to work with women this chapter, but including a man or another gender as well to respect. Yeah.
I totally agree. We thank you so much, Koreeyor Manuchae, for coming into our video session today. And so let's wrap up this session. So our discussion today highlights the urgent need to strengthen protection for women migrant workers. While their contributions are invaluable, many still face systematic barriers that hinders their safety and well-being. It is crucial for governments, organizations, and communities, as Corey has mentioned, to work together to ensuring their rights are upheld and their voices heard. By raising awareness and pushing for better policies, we can create a more just and equitable world for all migrant workers. So, thank you so much for joining us on this insightful episode of SWG Sharing with Gucci. Don't forget to follow Ruanita Indonesia on social media to stay updated on our programs, and stay tuned to find out where we'll go with our next guest. Thank you so much and see you in the
Thank
next episode.
you.
Thank you.
Have a good
Thank you.
day. Bye bye.